Hello again. This is the final week of instruction. We've come a long way. This week, the textbook addresses the appraisal of special interests. These interests can be widely varied. This chapter is especially interesting because it introduces us to the many aspects of real estate appraisal. Addressing special interests involved in a real estate appraisal can be challenging, but sometimes very necessary. For example, suppose that someone were to call your office and ask you to appraise ABC kitchen cabinets located at 1100 Main Street somewhere in the USA. Well, what exactly is the assignment? Do they want to know how much the building and the land is worth? Or do they want to know how much the business is worth? Well, it's our job to figure this out with our clients so we can properly assist them in their endeavors. These appraisals can be complicated. Alternatively, maybe the lease from ABC kitchen cabinets to the owner of 1100 Main Street somewhere in the USA is way under market. Maybe market rate for this kind of a property is $2 per square foot, but the lease is at $1.25 per square foot for some 10 more years. Wouldn't that make the leasehold interest, that is the tenant's interest, the business, more valuable because of the under-market contract lease? Partial interest appraisals can also be challenging. Maybe a partner needs to be bought out of a property. Is the fair market value of that partial interest just a straightforward percentage interest? Not in all cases. So these appraisals can be extremely challenging, but very interesting. Next, the book introduces us to some of the appraisal professional organizations. I would be remiss in not saying that there are special interest professional associations, like the Right-of-Way Association, but two of the more popular general groups are the Appraisal Institute and the National Association of Appraisers. And on another note, be careful in reading through the USPAP information in Chapter 14, as some of it is outdated. All of the statements have been retired in the 2016 USPAP. Pay special attention to the scope of work, as it has gained great significance in current appraisal practice. The final chapter talks about the financial institutions and regulations. Recognize the significance of FIREA, that is, the Financial Institutions Reform, Recovery, and Enforcement Act of 1989. This regulation was initiated after the 1987 stock market crash and was known as the Savings and Loan Bailout. The Act created the Resolution Trust Corporation, the RTC, to liquidate the bankrupt S&Ls and enacted appraisal licensing throughout the USA. And so, that is why we are here taking this class, because now there is appraisal licensing. Last, at the end of this week, your groups will be analyzing the data you have been researching regarding the class Project Home. Please discuss this thoroughly with all of your groupies. Once you agree or disagree on a final opinion of value, you'll be turning in that opinion to me. I will be interested in reading about your opinions. Well, this ends the instructional part of the course. I hope you have enjoyed your online experience. Next week is the final exam. Review your materials ahead of time and you'll do just fine. Nice meeting you online.